Sometimes there are moments in Clash Royale where everything feels fine. You've got your defenses set up, the counter players ready, and cycle cards in hand. And then boom, Rage. Not the emotion, the spell. That one little spell that used to be just a harmless little speed boost now casually deletes your bats, skeletons, and half the health of your defenses like it's doing you a favor. Why Rage is now a whole mini nuke and not just a buff spell is beyond me. Plus, I'm tired of pretending that this is okay. Let's break down why this spell makes no sense. But before that, brethren, do me a favor, drop a like, sub, and use code BS in the shop. Back in the day, OGs know this for sure. Rage was just about speeding up your units and making your push faster. That's it. It didn't deal damage, it didn't kill skeletons, it didn't kill bats. It just made your troops go nuts, just like the name suggests. Sure, that gave it some unhealthy synergies, most of which still exist today, and it was also a very underwhelming card outside of those synergies, and in my opinion for a good reason. Think of Clone or Freeze tier, you know? Niche, barely used except by noobs or with specific synergies. But then, some genius decided,
hey, let's make Rage do damage.
And not just like a tiny tick of damage. No, it kills bats now. Like that literally makes no sense. Rage is supposed to empower units, not function as like a backup zap. How is your raw anger enough to kill stuff? So now you're suddenly staring at a spell that is both a buffing spell and a removal tool, which is just too ridiculous. Just think about it for a second, right? Against a Lumberloon push, Prime Night Witch on release used to solo defend it. Her bats would handle the balloons and she would handle the Lumberjack, and you could hop on the counter attack afterwards. Nowadays, the Rage from the Lumberjack just wipes out the bat. Using Night Witch now is like using a Mega Knight. Oh wait, Vines. But back then bats didn't die to Rage, now they do. So technically you don't even need the Lumberjack anymore. The Rage alone, any troop that would die to that Rage would die. And then the Rage would also boost the attacker's attack speed. Basically you are getting two very valuable abilities out of one two-elixir card. And the damage dealing aspect of it breeds even more unhealthy synergies, like with the Goblin Giant. Troops that would end up in like one-shot range from the Rage would casually get finished off by him, and now he's also moving at double speed. Great. Why is the speed buffing spell doing all that? That's like giving a lance a rocket engine.
Then wonder why it makes every single interaction pain.
And another crazy part about Rage is that you don't even have to be precise with it like Zap. If a troop walks slightly out of Zap's range, they will be safe and they will be fine. But the opposite is not true for Rage. Just drop Rage in the general area and they can walk right out of it and still be raged for a bit. Rage punishes the tiniest mistakes harder than any other spell in the game for no reason. Like, this is not what Rage is supposed to do. One of the most annoying synergies of Rage is like the Elixir Golems babies, you know, the Elixir Golemites and the Elixir Blobs. When Rage hits these things, their DPS becomes unfair and you can't ever drop skeletons or bats to take care of it, because that's now a free Rage. Your bats get wiped out, your skeletons disappear. It's basically indirectly turning your own swarm card against you. No other card can do that. And Rage always has a way of showing up during the beatdown metas. Rage is just there. With Rage, cards that had counterplay suddenly become nightmares because of one tiny spell. Even on defense, it's kinda wild. Think like against a graveyard. Rage would clear a few of the skeletons, then boost the tower's attack speed enough to solo the graveyard. It's not just offensive. From Wall Breakers to Minion Horde to Goblin Gang, any swarmy card, you know, all get shredded if Rage hits them. At least let it be like skill based or timing based for how versatile it is. But no, if Rage sped units only, it would still be decent, but now it's like a double-edged sword that costs 2 elixir. And it's also a part of this like new deck style that keeps popping up recently. Rage is almost always included in it, and it is like 3 small spells in one deck. You'd beat them down and then just spam spells and hope the Goblin Giant finishes everything off. It's unhealthy, it's just BS.